Hey y'all, today we will be making some vegan lobster mac and cheese, cabbage steaks, and some veggie cornbread. This meal was so yummy, so let's get it started. First, we're gonna start off by adding our vegetable stock to a pot on medium heat. And y'all don't forget that all of the measurements and ingredients will be listed down in the description. Next, we're gonna add some plant butter to that vegetable stock and go ahead and let it cook. Next, we're going to melt down an entire stick of plant butter so that we can make the base sauce that is for our cabbage steaks. I'm going to go in with 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, and I'm also going to season that butter up with some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, paprika, and we're also going to be using some grapeseed oil and mix it thoroughly. Next, we're gonna chop up our cabbage steaks. So I'm basically gonna take a washed cabbage and just slice them into small slices like so. That's what my first slice looks like. And you don't wanna make them too thick, depending on how many pieces or how many cabbage steaks that you want to make, but that's what they should look like. Once you get them all cut up, go ahead and add them to a pan. And then we're going to start to apply the butter sauce on top. Now I am going to put the butter sauce on one side of the cabbage steak, and then on the other side, once I flip it, I'm just going to season it with the same seasonings. Again, that was salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Once that vegetable stock comes to a boil, you want to go ahead and add your vegan elbows so that they can cook down, and make sure to stir them so that they won't stick to the pot. Next, we're gonna take our chopped onions and sprinkle those on top of the seasoned side of our cabbage steaks. Once you get all of the onions on there, you wanna drizzle it with a little bit of that grapeseed oil. Next, we're gonna be cooking the star of the show, hearts of palm. This is what we'll be using to give the lobster texture or taste. So to a skillet, we're gonna add some plant butter and a little bit of garlic and let it kind of simmer down for about a minute, just a little bit. Once it does cook down, we're gonna add the hearts of palm. Now, I should have chopped them up, but of course this is totally up to you. You wanna season them up. We're gonna use some onion powder, garlic powder, paprika. We're also gonna use some Old Bay seasoning. And then we're also going to use a little bit of pink Himalayan salt and just a little sprinkle of black pepper. I also decided to go in with just a little sprinkle of basil and oregano. You want to make sure you stir these well and get that butter sauce all over the hearts of palm as if they were your lobster. Once our noodles are cooked down, we're gonna go ahead and set those aside. And to that same pot that we made the noodles in, you're gonna add your plant cream. We're gonna go ahead and make the vegan cheese sauce. So once it does come to a boil, you wanna go ahead and add your cheeses. I am using 2 different cheeses. The type of cheese that you use, of course, is totally up to you. Next, you want to take a whisk and go ahead and whisk it in and continue to whisk until it comes to a cheesy sauce consistency, just like you see here. We're going to go ahead and pour them onto the good noodles, okay? And we're going to mix it in very well. This is the part you want to make sure you have all your noodles drenched down with that good cheese sauce, okay? This is how you make some good mac and cheese, okay? You have to make sure everything is mixed. We're gonna go ahead and go in with some seasoning. We're using some Old Bay and a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder, and mix that thoroughly as well. Once everything is mixed, we're going to go ahead and add the hearts of palm, aka our vegan lobster, and go ahead and continue to mix. Make sure that it is mixed in as well. Next, we're going to add the mixed mac and cheese to a pan, and then we're going to cover the mac and cheese with the same shredded cheeses that we used in the sauce. And don't be like me, baby. Don't waste none of the mac and cheese. We need all the mac and cheese. Also top the mac and cheese with a little sprinkle of paprika. After we have the mac and cheese in the oven, we're going to cut the red pepper that is going to go into our cornbread. Y'all, this was the most delicious cornbread that I've ever tasted. So anyway, you want to slice the red peppers very, very fine, very, very small. So we're gonna slice them into strips first, and then I like to turn them and then dice them into small cubes. Then we're going to chop our next ingredient for the cornbread, which is going to be the kale. So before you chop the kale, make sure to remove all of the stems because you do not want those to be crunchy in your cornbread. We just want the kale leaves, and that will be all. To a mixing bowl, we're going to add the red pepper, the kale, and then we're also going to add a can of washed kernel corn. Then we're going to add the 2 boxes of Jiffy mix. We're also going to add the just egg in, and we're going to be using almond milk today. And then we're going to also add a pinch of honey, or you can use agave. I still eat honey. Honey is not vegan, so agave would be the replacement for that. And make sure to mix the veggies in with the cornbread really, really well. It should be the same consistency as a normal box of Jiffy cornbread. Once you have it mixed properly, you want to go ahead and pop it in the oven with the mac and cheese. Let both of those bake on 400 until they are both golden brown at the top. Y'all, when I say this meal was so delicious, and I actually just came up with this on the top of my head, and I said, well, let's get it popping. Let's get it cracking. This is a great Sunday dinner. That's what the mac and cheese looks like coming straight out of the oven. And this is what the meal looks like completely plated. Okay, the cabbage steaks were delicious. They were very, very flavorful. You guys, make sure to try this recipe. Again, all of the ingredients will be listed down in this description. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video. Yes, that is a real lobster tail, okay?